Good morning, students. So stay at home, be safe. So Corona is going to very dangerous. So cautious about that and compulsory stay at home. So previous in our solutions, we are discussed elevation in boiling point. So now we are going to discuss about third one, depression in freezing point. So what is the depression in freezing point? Suppose basic. First of all, we take solution. Solution and solvent we will take. So first you take a pure solvent. Pure solvent means that is indicated with A. So here what happens? A is vaporizes. It is going above and it creates some pressure on the surface of the liquid. This is called as a pure solvent vapor pressure. Suppose you take a solution. In solution contains water. A solvent is there. A solvent is there. B is a non-volatile solute is there. So here also the liquid is coming above vapor. Next, this is also creating some pressure on the surface. It is called as solution vapor pressure. Suppose if you see here, it is a pure water. So means it creates more vapor. Next, here what happens? Some surface area is occupied with solute particles. So that's why here less pressure is created. So we are discussing about freezing point. Freezing point means you decrease the temperature. If you decreasing the temperature, you are coming at 0 degrees centigrade. So then what happens? The pure water become as a crystal. So that is nothing but ice. See, next here the solution also, you decrease the temperature of the solution. So then what happens? See here, this much of more vapor is there on the surface. Then only it become as ice at 0 degrees centigrade. But here, compared to this one, solution here, vapor pressure is less. Suppose you are coming to 0 degrees centigrade, it is not become as a solid. So because of this much of weight is there, then only it become as 0, as a ice. So now, again you are decreasing the temperature. So then what happens? It negative value. Then only it become as a solid. So we are taken pure solvent, the freezing point you take as a T0. Next solution, freezing point you take TF. When we are moving from solvent to solution, the freezing point is decreases. How much value it is decreases, that is called as a depression in freezing point, indicated with delta TF. Delta TF equal to T0 minus TF. So delta TF is the colligative property. T0 is not colligative property. TF is not colligative property. T0 minus TF is the colligative property. Now we are discussing about one problem in depression in freezing point. See, you take options 0.1 molar NaCl. So 0.1 molar Na2SO4, 0.1 m urea, 0.5 m glucose. So here they will ask which one has a delta TF is high, which one has a delta TF value is low. Next, the solution freezing point is high, the solution freezing point is low. So like that they will ask questions. So here you must concentrate how many particles are there. So delta TF is what? Colligative property. So colligative property is directly proportional to number of particles. See here, NaCl, 2 particles it become. So this concentration become as 0.2 molar. This is Na2SO4, 2, 1, 3 are there. So this is a 0.3 concentration. Urea, it is not dissociated, so 0.1. Next, glucose, it is also not dissociated, so you take 0.5. So delta TF is, what the formula? Delta TF equal to T0 minus TF. So here T0 constant. So delta TF value increases means TF value is decreases. So here more number of particles is your answer. Here more number of particles is what? D. So that's why here D. Next, the depression freezing point is least. So that means what? Least number of particles. Where least number of particles? That is C. Next, what is the relation between delta TF and TF? So this is highest value means this is least value. So delta TF highest means TF value is least. So that's why your answer is D. Next, delta TF is least means TF value is highest. So this is your option. Okay, now we will discuss about the depression and freezing point only in the graphical manner. Suppose you take on x-axis. So x-axis you take temperature. Next, y-axis you take vapor pressure. Suppose you take pure solvent. So pure solvent is become as ice at T0. So it is a pure solvent. So now we are taken solution. Solution is what? Freezing at very lower value. So that is a TF. So this is for solution. Suppose you take here, this is a P0 vapor pressure, this is a PS solution vapor pressure. So according to this graph, here what? Delta TF is similar to delta P. So according to the graph, delta TF is directly proportional to delta P. So delta P, already lowering of vapor pressure, relative lowering of vapor pressure we seen. What is that? Delta P equal to P naught MA into molality. See, P0 means it is a constant. Mass of the water or solvent is also constant. So that's why delta P is directly proportional to molality. So from 1 into 2, directly you can take delta TF is directly proportional to molality. Suppose you remove the constant, delta TF equal to KF into molality. We already seen delta TF equal to KF into molality. So KF equal to, this is cryoscopic constant. So what is the value? KF equal to RT0 square by 1000 LF. So T0 means a pure solvent freezing point. So for water means that is 0 degrees centigrade. Next here, LF means latent heat at freezing point. So LF equal to delta H freezing point divided by, or fusion, divided by molecular weight of that one. You submit here. So KF equal to RT0 square MA by 1000 delta H fusion. See, these are useful in the problems. Now, one more we will see. Delta TF equal to KF into M. So, you expand the molality. So, delta TF equal to KF into molality. Molality means what? Weight by molecular weight of solute into 1 by WA. So, solvent weight. So, in this formula, so all values they will provide, they will ask about molecular weight. Otherwise, they will ask delta TF. Now, next, another important, see, elevation, some same solution. For same solution, you take delta TB, elevation in boiling point, equal to what? Kb into molarity. Suppose you take a freezing point, delta TF equal to Kf into molarity. See, what we are taking, this is the same solution. Same solution means the molarity is the same. So 1 by 1 you can take means what happens? Delta TB by delta TF equal to Kb by Kf. Molarity will cancel. So this is also one of the useful formula. So that is what in these 4 values they will provide 3 values and they will ask another one. So now already in colligative properties we are completed 3. So the remaining 4th one is there, that is osmotic pressure. So osmotic pressure, that is indicated with pi. So here we are taken pure solvent. So one side we are taken pure solvent, another side we are taken solution. So solution contains A also there, non-volatile solute. So that is B also there. Now what happens, here also vapor is coming outside and it creates some pressure, that is what? P0A, pure solvent. Next here also A only coming outside. This is also creating some pressure. This is what? PS, the solution vapor pressure. See, this is a very huge amount. This is a small amount. So that's why here more pressure is there. Now what happens? A solvent molecule is moving here to here. So this is the solution, the solvent and the solution both are separated with semi-permeable membrane. So then what happens here? Here more pressure is there. So that's why solvent molecules are moving through the semi-permeable membrane. So now what we are doing, suppose I am putting here one piston and we are creating external pressure. So then what happens? We are increasing the pressure on the solution side. Then what happens? So slowly the movement of solvent is coming here to here is decreases. At a particular external pressure, it will be stopped. That external pressure only you called as osmotic pressure. Suppose if P external is become as more, then what happens? The solvent is moving from here to here. That is called as a reverse osmosis. So that means, so what will be the definition? The external pressure at which the solvent is moving from solvent to solution is stopped. That external pressure only you called as osmotic pressure. So here 3 important points. External pressure. External pressure is less than pi. This is called as osmosis. Suppose P external is equal to pi. So the solvent is not moving any side. Suppose P external is greater than pi. So then what happens? The solvent is moving from here to here. So that means the solvent is moving from solution to pure solvent. So this is called as reverse osmosis. So in the entrance point of view, these 3 points are important. Which of the following is osmosis, they will ask. Which of the following is reverse osmosis also they can ask. So pi is what? So pi is also colligative property. Colligative property means it is directly proportional to number of particles. So here we take one example, 0.1 m molar NaCl. Suppose 0.1 molar K2SO4. So 0.1 molar urea. Next 0.05 molar glucose. In these four solutions, which one has a high osmotic pressure, which one has a low osmotic pressure? So here, so you must concentrate on number of particles only. So here 2 particles, so the concentration is 0.2. Here 3 particles, the concentration is 0.3. Here urea is not dissociated, so that is 0.1. So glucose is also not dissociated, that is 0.05. So pi is more means more number of particles. Where is more number of particles? So B. So that is your answer. Least pi. So least number of particles. Where least number of particles? That is 0.05. So that is D. So the mathematical formula. So osmotic pressure is similar to our gaseous pressure only. So that means our gas law is what? PV equal to nRT. So instead of P, you write pi. Osmotic pressure also similar to the pressure. So nRT. So pi equal to N by V into RT. See, N by V, number of moles present in volume. This is only you called as concentration. So pi equal to CRT. One formula. Otherwise, in some books, they can provide pi equal to CST. So don't confuse R equal to here S. Both are same only. Next, in osmotic pressure, one more problem also there. One formula. You take a solution. In this, the funnel, reverse folded funnel you take. So the bottom is covered with a semi-permeable membrane. It is dipped in solvent. This is a pure solvent. This is semi-permeable membrane, and it is filled with solution. So the solvent is moving from A to inside. So the height will be increases. So this height will be, you take H. Next, density of the solution. So density of a solution, you take D. Then the formula pi equal to HdG. So because of it is moving, this is the moving, solvent is moving opposite to the gravitational force. So that's why the formula pi equal to HdG. It is also one of the important one. Now we are going to discuss about isotonic solutions. So which one you called as isotonic solutions? So the two solutions osmotic pressures are same. So pi 1 equal to pi 2. So already we know what is the formula of pi. Pi equal to CRT. That means C1 R T1 equal to C2 R T2. So here R are same constants, so that will be cancelled. Next, suppose if temperatures are also same, T1 equal to T2, then what happens? C1 equal to C2. This is also isotonic. When you will take T1 equal to T2. Suppose this value, C means what? Number of moles by volume, N2 by V2. Suppose if volumes also same, if volume, so that means V1 equal to V2, then what happens? N1 equal to N2. So these are useful in the problems. See, the best example for isotonic solution is 0.91 percentage W by V of NaCl solution. So it is called as a saline. So saline bottle. So this isotonic with blood. So in entrance point of view also, this is one of the important 0.91 percentage of NaCl W by V. So it is isotonic with blood. Suppose two solutions are mixed, so that resultant, if two solutions are mixed with each other, what about the resultant osmotic pressure? So then it is phi 1 V1 plus phi 2 V2 by V1 plus V2. So this is also useful in one problem. So now some important points in the osmotic pressure we will see. One important so higher osmotic pressure is there means that is called as a hypertonic solution. So least osmotic pressure you called as a hypotonic solution. Suppose in a semi-permeable membrane, so hypotonic, hypertonic, we are separated with semi-permeable membrane. Then what happens? The solvent is moving from hypo to hyper. The solvent is moving from hypo to hyper. This is one important. Next, one more in the biology, so that is cell. So from the cell, the solvent is coming outside. The solvent is coming outside, you called as exoosmosis. So if solvent is coming outside means the shell will be shrinks. This is. Suppose if solvent is going inside the cell, so this is called as endoosmosis. So endoosmosis, what happens? Cell size will be increases. So it is going to burst. So at which condition the cell will be burst? At which condition the cell will be shrinks? They will ask exoosmosis or endoosmosis. So now our last concept, abnormal behavior. So abnormal behavior. So also Van 't Hoff factor.
Daddy.
So Van 't Hoff factor. Here, suppose in the pure solvent you are taken 1 molar NaCl. 1 molar NaCl you are added. So you can feel this is a theory. Next, NaCl is entered into the solvent and it become as 2 particles. So total number of particles become as 2m. Experimental. So the theory value is not coincide the experimental value. So when particles are dissociated, suppose you take benzene, benzoic acid. Benzoic acid you are taken. 2 moles benzoic acid is a theory. It is entered into benzene. It become as 1 molecule. So that means this is associated. So here also theory is not coincide with the experiment. So this process you called as association. Next, this process you called as dissociation. So in theoretically we are discussing one concept, experimentally it is observed another. So when it is happened in the dissociation and association, to control this, Van 't Hoff introduced Van 't Hoff factor, that is I. So here experimental is there, theoretical is there. So which one we can change? So theory only we can change, experimental we can't. So that's why experimental colligative property equal to I into theoretical colligative property. So therefore the Van 't Hoff factor I equal to experimental colligative property divided by theoretical colligative property. So actually we have four colligative properties. One is delta P by P naught equal to compulsory, you write want of factor I into molecular weight of A into molality. So here you must concentrate, whatever the problem is given, you must concentrate I want of factor. Next, second, delta TB. Delta TB equal to, you multiply I into Kb into molality. Next, third one, delta TF equal to I into Kf into molality. Next, fourth, pi equal to I into CST. So always, now onwards, whatever the problem is given, you must concentrate want of factor, multiply compulsory. Next, here another important, the colligative property. Colligative property is what? Directly proportion to molality. Molality means what? Weight by molecular weight of solute into 1 by WA. So colligative property inversely proportion to molecular weight. Colligative property inversely proportion to molecular weight of B. So previously we discussed that want of factor I equal to experimental colligative property divided by theoretical colligative property. So previously we discussed, so colligative property is inversely proportion to molecular weight. So that's why now I equal to, so theory molecular weight of solute divided by experimental molecular weight. Next, another important, in the dissociation process, so I value equal to 1 plus alpha into n minus 1. You can use this formula. So I equal to want of factor, alpha equal to degree of dissociation, n equal to number of dissociated particles. That is. Next, in association. So association process. So I equal to 1 plus alpha into 1 by n minus 1. So here alpha equal to association, degree of association. Here n equal to number of associated particles. Suppose in examination they mentioned it is dimerizes. So you write 1 by 2. It is trimerizes. You write 1 by 3. It is tetramerizes. You write 1 by 4. In the degree of dissociation, suppose you take NaCl. NaCl is dissociated into 2 particles. So that's why n equal to 2. Suppose Ne2SO4 is given. So n equal to 3 particles. So like that, these two you must utilize, and always, suppose they are asking experimental molecular weight means you can utilize. Next, the previous whatever we discussed for colligative properties also you must coincide with this.